Well, hello everyone. My name is Karen Henry. I'm an LD2 with Opulence Global, and I have the distinct pleasure of introducing you to an amazing woman that I've had the opportunity to be working with for the last almost a year now. And I've so enjoyed and learned so much from this seasoned professional. So I just want to introduce you and give you an idea of Shauna's background and so, Shauna, as a fashion brand unto yourself, Shauna was known as Bella Bellas. And that name of your personal brand comes from a design background. Nowhere in those six letters comes multi level marketing, which is interesting. You were educated in the arts both in Canada and abroad, and always considered yourself pretty sophisticated, but kind of quietly working behind the scenes, letting your work give you the credit that obviously that you deserve, but never thinking of a world other than that. And that's interesting. You were behind the drafting board, but things change in our lives and it happens to everyone. And Bella Bellas kind of got caught up in the pandemic, that downward spiral of the pandemic. So you ended up having to reinvent yourself. And that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. I want to know what made you consider partnering with Opulence Global?
Well, thank you for the invitation to speak with you tonight, Karen. I'm really quite excited to have this conversation. It has been a year and a bit that I've been with Opulence Global, and when I was first introduced to FOL, Fountain of Life, by you, Karen, I had no intention of partnering. It was just something that you know I didn't even put that into my mind space. I am not a seller and I am very good at designing. And I just said that that's something that there's no way I would do that. And but I took these drops and I was so impressed that I witnessed such a significant result in my well-being. I had suffered from the dreaded COVID hangover, which really didn't let up for 2 years. Once I took FOL, it restored my energy, it eliminated my fatigue, and my chronic cough went away. And I realized that I was spending a lot of money buying bottles of these
Yeah.
golden little magic drops. But I knew that I was on something really good because my rheumatoid arthritis had eased up, and I suddenly became addicted to a painless body.
Ah,
And so, Karen, I know that you've been with me and you've been my friend and colleague for a long time. We've been in business, each in our own realms. And I think that you really understood what I was going through with the pandemic, and our fashion line took a bit of a dive. And so I was looking at really trying to figure out ways of staying in the fashion industry, but yet making some extra money. And it was upon your suggestion that I looked at the possibility of partnering. And I agreed that it would be really a good way to get me out of debt from this affected fashion industry that I was in. So that that's how I got in. I got in through you to solve a problem for myself.
and you've definitely had the results on that physically. So is opulence everything that you thought it would be?
Absolutely not. I thought, it would be a really easy sell, but really I really needed to take a year to understand the business and to use the products. And I have moved beyond FOL. FOL is the flagship product that I will never be without, nor will my family be without. We've all seen great results. But over the year and a half, I've become a real product of the product. And, you know, will not go to bed without using my foaming cleanser and my routine. And that's something that, I really didn't pay attention to before. Um, when I started, I made the error of looking for partners to sign up really fast. I was desperate to make money. But really at that time, I didn't even know what I was selling, and let alone how to train someone and how to share and do the same thing I did. But although you don't have to be a scientist, as David O tells us, I believe you really have to know what you're talking about and how the compensation platform works. And it's been through the weekly trainings and my own research that I have gained to understand and have had a wealth of knowledge by these trainings, and even to research something that I didn't even know about. I really know how to speak on the products. David Okamoto, the scientist behind Opulent Global, has so much knowledge and so many nuggets that I take away weekly from him,
Mhm.
as well as Sanaz and Ramin. You know, there's so many different people that get on to train us, and so many people have different ways of training that you could just kind of take bits and pieces from everyone. And now, did I expect it to be what it is? I think now I'm ready to dive into this business. After a year and a half, I've made Opulence Global my full-time job,
Mhm.
and I normally put 10 hours a day, 7 days a week into Opulence Global, into researching it, into producing um, programs for myself. I'm a very a detailed and organized person. So I can't just go off the cuff, and that's not a gift that I have. Um, I know there's many people like you, like my twin, that just things just roll off their tongue. But I really have to be very organized in what I'm speaking about. So now I believe that I am ready to move forward, and
Well,
I'm very excited.
you've certainly had a transformation before my eyes, and I know you've had tremendous success with the products and had massive health benefits. And I think now you're speaking as living proof that, what this company says they're going to offer, they actually offer and deliver on. And I think that is in your whole aura and your whole physique, and I've just seen that transformation, and I know how how you suffered in the beginning when I first met you. So it pleases me as a mentor and as an enroller that you've had that transformation, and now you're ready to take things to a new level. So how are you able to bring your two worlds? Like you had such vast experience in the development of a fashion line, and you're so talented at it, and it's part of your DNA, and you look the part, you are the part, it's who you are, who I knew you to be. So how do we meld these two amazing skill sets together and create a unbelievable new world for yourself?
Well, thanks, Karen. I truly think that I have created a world that I manifested a long time ago. I always thought, oh, I wish I had accessories and things to go along with my fashion line, and oh, I could never produce, shoes and purses and the rest of it. To design a woman's fashion line in bamboo. We've milled our fabric in Canada. We're Canadian made. We design our product line that we can solidly stand behind. And to my great fortune and to my good luck, I came upon Opulence Global. Opulence Global has the same values. So I am able to combine my worlds, and we're able to expand our entire line by partnering with Opulence Global. And now I can offer my customers high-end accessories. I can offer them an anti-aging skin line and
Yeah.
health products. And you know, over the year and a half, my clients have really noticed a difference in me, and they've noticed that I'm much more energized. I'm looking younger.
Yeah.
I've lost a significant amount of weight, and it's just, you know, it's FOL's not a weight loss product, but what it is a product that cleanses out your chronic inflammation, and it can't do anything but make you feel better, make you feel more energized. And, you know, truly listening to the product Crossfire on Monday nights, I have learned so much about my body and about my health. And it was almost, you know, at my age, a wake-up call that I can turn back the clock of time. Anyone can. You know, we're talking about things like Alzheimer's and dementia and Parkinson's disease. Those are things that, you know, that we fear about getting older.
Right.
And we have a solution, a real solution to keep us in check. So, you know, for me, you know, we talked about, oh, you know, you can work at Opulence Global really hard for the first couple of years and then just coast. You know, I think that really changes after a while because you don't want to stop working,
Yeah.
because you are enriching so many lives
Hmm.
with these products. And there's there's no other way but going up with this. And you know, I know that it is it's a hard business. For me, it's a hard business because I'm not a salesperson. So in this year and a half, I've become a salesperson. And you only become a salesperson if you believe in the product.
Yeah.
If you can't believe in a product that you can't sell, then don't bother. You
Right.
know, we started our fashion line. Uh, we were not going to sell a substandard bamboo. We brought all kinds of bamboos in from all over the world, and nothing, you know, it was fading, it was shrinking, there was holes in it. It just didn't perform. So we manufactured our own. And manufacturing your products is a huge deal. What Opulence Global goes through, I mean, we only had a clothing line, and that was huge. What Opulence Global does is they manufacture and produce and design 1,000 plus different SKUs. And, you know, first you have to design it, then you have to research it, then you have to manufacture it, then you have to store it, then you have to ship it, then you have to make sure that the products aren't going bad. Then you've got, you know, it on and on and on. And with their health regulations and everything that they have to do, my goodness, you know, for me, just to sell, share, and sell that I can do now is a gift. When you own your own business and you're manufacturing and you go through all of the steps, you understand how big Opulence Global is. And they're getting bigger and bigger. And they're hiring more scientists and more PhDs, and they're giving us products that we can truly, truly stand behind.
So true. So true. And I know from my experience when I first met you and how the quality. I mean, I'm wearing one of your pieces. I wear your pieces all the time. They've never pilled, they've never faded, they've always been exceptional. They've always made a woman's body. Your designs have always been about helping a woman look like a woman, look better as a woman. And now, with these kind of products to add to that, you're just flying, I'm sure. And your clients and your customers and your people are going to benefit in so many ways from having not
Mhm.
only your skill in terms of fashion, but also in these products that can actually reverse the clock. So I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited to just get better and better and bigger with you. So what's on the bucket list? Tell me about your bucket list.
My
I know
bucket
we've
list.
talked
So
about that before.
that's a big question. Uh, you know, I've always been a believer in manifesting and, put it out to the universe and goodness will come to you. If you're giving good out, good should come back to you. And on my bucket list was I always wanted to have a fashion magazine. And I can tell you now that just yesterday I completed my first issue of Bella Bellas that has a fashion magazine that incorporates all of my fashion design and also incorporates all of my accessories and beauty line from Opulence Global. So now I have a full scale shop with
Wow.
Opulence Global. And I am going to be sending that out to the world. And it just so happens that everything that Opulence Global does is natural, and everything Balabalis does is
Isn't it?
natural. 15 years ago when we started our fashion line, we made a tag that we sold with every product, and people would hang them in their cars and on their mirrors, and it was "I am beautiful."
I
And
have it.
truly, that good. Truly, that tag still is very relevant to our business because every woman was born to be beautiful. And with the products of Opulence Global, we are, and we've just been given a new product in Divine, and an amazing collagen is coming, and so we can truly fulfill that tag that I am beautiful from the inside and the out, as
Love it.
all women should be. So my bucket list is the magazine, which I've done, and to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. I studied my first degree in Italy. I always wanted to go back to live in Italy, and that's where I'm going to be, selling opulence
On the
in
Amalfi
Italy
Coast with
on the Amalfi
opulence.
Coast
Yes. Yay. Well, thank you
with
so much for
opulence
your
Paris.
time. I'm going to
Well,
be
thank
there
you.
with you.
I
So
enjoyed this.
wonderful. Well, thank you, Shauna, for your time. And this was just such a beautiful look into your world and where it's going. So I'm so proud of you and thank you.